Did you know that there is a country in the world that fines up to $1,000 for chewing gum, walking around your house naked, and connecting to other people's Wi-Fi? Yes, I am talking about the beautiful country of Singapore. In this video, we shall be shining the light on Singapore, one of the most beautiful, expensive, and most developed countries in the world. Officially known as the Republic of Singapore, Singapore is a sovereign island city-state in Southeast Asia. It is located at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula and is separated from Malaysia by the Straits of Johor to the north and from Indonesia's Riau Islands by the Singapore Strait to the south. Singapore is a highly developed country with a strong economy and is known for its cleanliness, safety, and efficiency. As of 2023, the population of Singapore is around 5.7 million people, and its official languages are English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil. The country is a melting pot of different cultures, with a mix of Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Western influences. Singapore is also known for its food, which is a fusion of different cuisines and has gained international recognition. Singapore has a tropical climate, with hot and humid weather throughout the year. The country is also known for its green spaces, with many parks, gardens, and nature reserves. Singapore is a popular tourist destination, with attractions such as the Marina Bay Sands, gardens by the bay, Sentosa Island, and the Merlion statue. Singapore is known for its business-friendly environment, political stability, and skilled workforce. The country has a diversified economy, with industries such as finance, trade, manufacturing, and tourism. Singapore is also home to many multinational corporations and startups, and is a hub for innovation and entrepreneurship. If you want to know more about this beautiful island, come along with me as we dig deep. 1. Singapore's history dates back to the 14th century, when the island was part of the Srivijaya and Majapahit empires. In the 16th century, Singapore became a trading port for the Portuguese and later for the Dutch. In 1819, the British established a settlement on the island, which grew into a major trading hub. During World War II, Singapore was occupied by Japan, and after the war, it became a British colony again. In 1959, Singapore gained self-governance, and in 1963, it joined Malaysia as a state. However, tensions between Singapore and Malaysia led to Singapore leaving the Federation in 1965 and becoming an independent sovereign state. In the years that followed, Singapore underwent rapid economic development under the leadership of Lee Kuan Yew, who served as Prime Minister from 1959 to 1990. Today, Singapore is one of the world's most prosperous countries, with a highly developed economy, advanced infrastructure, and a reputation for efficiency and innovation. It is one of the few countries in the world with a female head of state. The current president of Singapore is Halimah Yacob, a position she has occupied since 2017. 2. Singapore has a reputation for having a relatively low tax regime compared to many other developed countries. The country's tax system is designed to be simple, transparent, and business-friendly, with low tax rates and various incentives for businesses and individuals. Individuals in Singapore are subject to a progressive personal income tax system, with rates ranging from 0% to a maximum of 22% for income above 320,000 Singapore dollars. However, there are various tax reliefs and deductions available that can help to reduce an individual's tax liability. Corporate taxation in Singapore is also relatively low compared to other countries, with a flat rate of 17% on chargeable income. There are various tax incentives and exemptions available for businesses in Singapore, such as the Pioneer and Development and Expansion Incentive Schemes, which offer reduced tax rates or exemptions for qualifying companies. Singapore does not have a capital gains tax, although profits from certain types of investment, such as property or shares held as trading assets, may be subject to tax. There is also no estate or inheritance tax in Singapore. Overall, Singapore's tax system is designed to encourage investment and entrepreneurship and to attract businesses and skilled workers to the country. The government has also been working to enhance the country's tax regime with measures such as the introduction of the Goods and Services Tax on imported digital services from 2020 and the ongoing review of the tax system to ensure its competitiveness and sustainability. Singapore has a diversified economy with a strong focus on finance, trade, manufacturing, and services. Singapore's economy is driven by exports, with the country serving as a hub for international trade and investment. The nominal GDP of Singapore is $515.5 billion, and the nominal GDP per capita of the country is $91,000, making the country one of the most prosperous countries in the world. Major industries include electronics, chemicals, petrochemicals, biomedical sciences, and precision engineering. Singapore is also a leading center for maritime trade, with one of the busiest ports in the world. The country has a reputation for being a favorable location for businesses, with a low tax regime, efficient bureaucracy, and a stable political environment. The government has implemented various policies to attract foreign investment and promote entrepreneurship, such as the establishment of business-friendly regulations, tax incentives, and grants for startups. Singapore is also a prominent financial center with a well-developed banking and financial services sector. The country is home to numerous international banks and is a leading center for wealth management, asset management, and fintech innovation. In recent years, Singapore has been focusing on developing its knowledge-based economy with a strong emphasis on innovation and technology. The government has been investing heavily in research and development and has established various initiatives to support the growth of high-tech industries such as biotechnology, robotics, and artificial intelligence. 4. National service is a mandatory conscription program in Singapore, which requires all male citizens and permanent residents to undergo military training and serve in the armed forces for a period of 2 years after reaching the age of 18. The aim of national service is to ensure the country's defense and security and to instill a sense of national identity and responsibility among its citizens. National service is a rigorous program that includes basic military training, vocational training, and ongoing refresher courses. During their service, NS men may be deployed for various tasks, including patrolling, border security, disaster relief, and peacekeeping missions. In recent years, the government has introduced various initiatives to make national service more flexible and inclusive, such as allowing deferment for tertiary education and offering alternative service options for those with medical or religious reasons. Overall, NS is regarded as a key aspect of Singapore's national defense strategy and has played an essential role in maintaining the country's security and stability. 5. Singapore is known for its high level of imports due to its small size and lack of natural resources. While many of these imports are typical consumer goods and raw materials, there are some unusual items that Singapore imports as well. One example is sand. Singapore is one of the world's largest importers of sand, and much of it is used for land reclamation projects. The country has been criticized for its sand imports, as some of the sand is believed to be illegally sourced from neighboring countries. Another unusual import is human hair. Singapore imports large quantities of human hair for use in wigs, weaves, and other hair products. The hair is sourced from countries such as India and China and is often sold to salons and hair product retailers. Singapore also imports a significant amount of ornamental fish, including rare and exotic species. The country is a major hub for the global aquarium trade and imports millions of fish annually for use in home aquariums and public displays. In recent years, Singapore has also been importing more durian, a pungent fruit that is popular in Southeast Asia. Durian imports have surged in recent years, with the fruit being used in various food products and gaining popularity among tourists. 6. Singapore is commonly referred to as a fine city. The country is known for its strict laws and regulations, and fines are a common form of punishment for various offenses. Fines in Singapore can range from a few $100s to several $1,000s, depending on the severity of the offense. Some common offenses that can result in fines in Singapore include littering, smoking in prohibited areas, jaywalking, selling and chewing gum, not flushing public toilets, walking around the house naked, illegal parking, failure to pay for public transport, spitting on the streets, and public intoxication. There are also fines for more serious offenses such as drug trafficking, vandalism, and assault. The Singapore government is known for its tough stance on law and order, and fines are often used as a deterrent to prevent people from breaking the law. In addition to fines, offenders may also face other penalties such as community service, imprisonment, or caning. Despite the high cost of fines in Singapore, many people still choose to break the law, and the government has been working to increase awareness of the consequences of breaking the law, as well as to enhance enforcement measures to deter offenders. 7. Singapore is one of the most densely populated countries in the world, with a population density of approximately 8,000 people per square kilometer. This is due to the country's small size and high population. which has led to a high demand for housing and other resources. Despite its small land area, Singapore has managed to maintain a high standard of living and a strong economy, thanks in part to its efficient use of space and resources. The government has implemented various measures to manage population growth and to ensure that the country's infrastructure and services can support its growing population. 8. Housing in Singapore is a highly regulated and tightly controlled sector due to the country's limited land area and high population density. The government plays a significant role in providing housing for Singaporeans, with over 80% of the population living in public housing flats built and managed by the Housing and Development Board, HDB. HDB flats are subsidized by the government and sold at affordable prices to eligible Singaporeans and permanent residents. The flats are available in various sizes and designs and come with basic amenities such as schools, markets, and community centers nearby. The government also provides various housing grants and subsidies to help Singaporeans purchase their first homes. In addition to public housing, there is also a private housing market in Singapore, which includes condominiums, landed properties, and apartments. Private housing is generally more expensive than public housing and caters to a higher income demographic. Despite the high cost of land and housing in Singapore, the government has worked to ensure that housing remains affordable and accessible to all Singaporeans. The government has implemented various measures to control housing prices, such as cooling measures to curb speculation and the use of land sales and development charges to regulate land prices. 9. Education is highly valued in Singapore, and the country has a well-developed education system that is recognized for its quality and effectiveness. The education system is overseen by the Ministry of Education and is based on a bilingual policy that emphasizes both English and a second language, typically Mandarin, Malay, or Tamil. Education in Singapore is compulsory for children aged 6 to 15, and the system is divided into 6 years of primary education, 4 years of secondary education, and 2 to 3 years of post-secondary education. The country has a high literacy rate of over 97%. Singapore is known for its strong emphasis on academic achievement and rigorous standards. The education system is highly competitive, and students are assessed through regular examinations and tests. The country has consistently ranked highly in global education rankings, with its students performing well in subjects such as mathematics, science, and reading. In addition to academic subjects, Singapore's education system also emphasizes character development and values such as respect, responsibility, and resilience. The country has also invested heavily in vocational education and skills training to ensure that its workforce remains competitive and adaptable to changing economic conditions. 10. Singapore has a vibrant and diverse nightlife scene with a wide range of entertainment options to suit different tastes and budgets. The city is home to numerous bars, nightclubs, and live music venues, as well as a thriving food scene that includes street food markets and hawker centers that operate late into the night. The nightlife areas in Singapore are mainly concentrated around Clarke Quay, Boat Quay, and the Marina Bay Sands complex. But there are also popular nightlife spots in other parts of the city such as Holland Village and Dempsey Hill. The nightlife in Singapore is generally safe and well regulated, with strict laws and penalties for offenses such as drug use and public drunkenness. 11. Owning and driving the car in Singapore can be challenging due to the country's small size, high population density, and strict regulations. The government regulates the number of cars on the road through a vehicle quota system, which requires individuals to bid for a Certificate of Entitlement, COE, before they can purchase a car. The cost of a COE can be significant, with prices varying depending on the prevailing market conditions and demand. In addition to the COE, car owners in Singapore are also subject to other costs, such as road taxes, insurance, and maintenance fees, which can add up quickly. The government also imposes various taxes and fees on cars, such as the additional registration fee, ARF, and the Goods and Services Tax, GST. Driving in Singapore can also be challenging due to heavy traffic, strict traffic laws, and a high level of enforcement. The government has implemented various measures to manage traffic congestion, such as electronic road pricing, ERP, and carpooling schemes. 12. There are many exciting things to do and see in Singapore, catering to a wide range of interests and preferences. Some of the best things to do in Singapore include visiting popular tourist attractions such as Marina Bay Sands, Gardens by the Bay, and Sentosa Island, exploring the city's diverse neighborhoods and cultural heritage, trying the local cuisine at hawker centers and Michelin-starred restaurants, shopping at luxury malls and street markets, and experiencing the city's vibrant nightlife scene. Other popular activities in Singapore include visiting museums and art galleries, enjoying outdoor activities such as cycling and hiking, and attending festivals and events throughout the year. 13. Same-sex marriage is currently not legal in Singapore, and the country does not recognize same-sex unions or partnerships. Section 377A of the Penal Code criminalizes sexual acts between men, although it is not actively enforced. The government has stated that it will maintain the status quo on this issue. 14. Singapore's Changi Airport is widely regarded as one of the best airports in the world and has received numerous awards and accolades for its exceptional facilities, services, and amenities. The airport features state-of-the-art technology, efficient operations, and a wide range of dining, shopping, and entertainment options. It also has a unique range of attractions such as indoor gardens, movie theaters, and a rooftop swimming pool. Singapore Airlines, the country's flagship carrier, has also been consistently ranked as one of the best airlines in the world, known for its high-quality service, safety, and reliability. The airline has received numerous awards for its in-flight experience, cabin design, and customer service, and has a strong reputation among travelers worldwide.